Kulesum has moved here for several days now. Although the new grazing site has settled down, many details of daily life have to start from scratch. He built this toilet by himself 2 days ago. Today he's going to finish the final touch-ups. Once the squat pan is installed, it will be truly complete. He takes a sewage pipe and prepares to place it in the toilet. He checks that the pipe is long enough. Next, Kulesum needs to dig a cesspit behind the toilet. After fixing the exact location, he starts digging little by little. For work like building a toilet, Kulesum can only do it alone. No one helps him, and no one asks whether he's tired. This is a task assigned to him by Bazagazit. Just like countless times before, the hard and dirty, the exhausting jobs, all naturally fall on his shoulders. He doesn't dare say anything. He can only do it in silence. The work on his shoulders is heavy, and his unspoken feelings are heavier. In this household, he isn't the one who's needed, but the one who's ordered around. Bazagazit has just returned leading a donkey. It's backloaded with firewood. He suddenly shouts loudly, "Kulesum, come in and load the firewood quick." There is no request in his tone, only command. It carries his usual air of pressure, with no room for discussion, and not a hint of kindness. Kulesum says nothing more, and immediately comes to help unload the firewood from the donkey. Now, after the wood is unloaded, Kulesum leads the donkey to the trough. It has just carried heavy firewood over a long mountain path, and is now thirsty and hungry. Kulesum goes inside, ready to take out some grain feed. This is what the donkey eats most often. To be continued. Donkey, Part 2. Kulesum takes a kettle and teacups from the shelf, preparing to brew tea and bring it to Bazagazit. In this household, he always thinks of others first. Even with blisters on his hands, he still brings that hot cup of tea to the old man's side first. That is his responsibility, and the duty expected of him. A few goats run over to scramble for the grain in the basin, eating with great gusto, as if savoring a feast. Just as Kulesum finishes pouring the tea, Bazagazit immediately orders him to go finish the toilet. His tone allows no delay. Before the fragrance of tea can even be tasted, he quietly puts the cup back on the tray, then gets up to continue the work on the toilet. Under Bazagazit's constant pressure, he is always being called and scolded, and ordered to work without stop. After a while, his mother-in-law brings him some fresh water, handing it right to him. In this household, only the mother-in-law shows him a little sympathy. It isn't much and never showy, like grass stirred by the wind, brushing lightly over the surface of life. After he drinks, Kulesum now begins installing the squat pan. This is the most crucial step of the toilet. Once the pan and the sewage pipe fit tightly together, he uses stones to secure the pan firmly. Next, he keeps placing stones underneath to level the base. Then he brings in soil to fill the ground. All this is in preparation for laying a cement floor later. Kulesum now carries a bucket of water and wets the toilet floor, so the soil and stones will bond closely. After the water seeps in, he will spread the cement, so the floor won't crack and won't loosen easily. Next, it's time to start mixing concrete. At this point, Bazagazet finally comes to help. In his view, Kulesum doesn't understand any of this at all. He's not here to share the burden, but to prevent materials from being wasted. There, use this. Use this. After the cement is mixed, Kulesum carries the concrete and pours it onto the toilet floor, then uses a trowel to spread and smooth it bit by bit. With the toilet in place, life may not become much easier, but it will be a little cleaner and a bit more convenient. After some effort, the toilet floor is soon finished. Once the floor dries, this simple toilet can be put to use. There is still some concrete left, so Bazagazet plans to smooth a layer at the doorway, hardening the ground that's often stepped on, so coming and going will be cleaner, with less mud and less dust. After a while, and a short rest, Kulesum continues with the final finishing work. The cesspit must be completely covered to prevent odors from escaping, ensuring safety and cleanliness. He stacks stones around the pit, then lays wooden sticks across the stones, forming a supporting framework to prevent collapse and make it easier to cover with waterproof cloth. Finally, he shovels soil back on top, layer after layer, until the edges of the cloth are firmly pressed down, so it's tightly sealed, preventing odors from escaping, and insects from breeding, and keeping out rainwater, so the pit stays dry, solid and durable. Kulesum now takes out a blanket and hangs it at the toilet door as a screen. Just like that, a simple nomadic toilet is finished. With his own effort, Kulesum gradually makes this place feel like home, propping up and rebuilding a new life here.